All right, welcome back, everybody. I just wanted to give you kind of a quick rundown of what I picked up this weekend. Starting on Friday and ending on Sunday. Friday, I went to said it was a garage sale. It looked like to me it was kind of an estate sale. Like, it looked like they were selling off everything that was in the house, but they had it out in the garage and out in the driveway. But tons of books. And I don't really know a whole lot about books, but I have been watching some resellers lately that have been saying if you can pick them up in lots or series of books, they usually do pretty good. So I found all these Hardy Boys, and they're not in sequence. They're all really, kind of random. You can see the numbers there. And then some of these are out of a different series, but I've seen some of those lots of Hardy Boys go upwards of $30 for 15 or so. So we'll see how those do. And then there was a box there that was just full of 80s movie books. And so I kind of was looking a few up, and these are some of the ones that I picked out that I thought were doing pretty good. This Goonies one is actually really good. This one is really rough shape. But I've seen these go anywhere to $30 to $40. This one maybe 20 because of the shape of it, but still pretty cool. And then I found all of the Back to the Futures, which I didn't see any listings on eBay that had any that were all of them. So that might do pretty good. And then the Batman, which I just thought was kind of cool. It's maybe $10, but I like the cover. And at that same sale, there was these Sweet Pickles books. They're from 77, I believe. Yeah, from 77. I think some of them are 76 or 78. They ran for a little bit on a series. They have one book for each letter of the alphabet. But I don't have all of them, but it's close. I have 16 of them, and they are fairly rough. Some of the covers on them do have some staining like that one, but I think they'll do all right still. I saw about 15 or so, lot of 15. Go for about 60 bucks, so that one's really bad. So we'll see. They seem to sell pretty regularly, so that's a good sign. That was actually the second sale that I went to. The first sale was an estate sale. Everything was really expensive there. But I found a few things I've sold before. These old Microsoft ones. Doesn't seem to matter what year, they always do pretty good. This one is probably $25, $30 one. So I've sold that one before. I picked that one up for $5. I got all the books for $20. And then I've sold this before. Actually, the one that I sold before had the box and everything, but this one's really clean. And old hair dryers, if they're clean and if they work, they do pretty good. I think the last one I sold was in the box. I sold for around 30 something. So that one should go for 20 easy, maybe a little bit more. They seem to be pretty popular. Windmere, curly top. So be on the lookout for that one. I've seen more of these, but sometimes they're really, really dirty, and so I don't pick them up. And then Saturday, there was this sale that I'm so glad that I went to. It was kind of a little bit out of my way and a little kind of out of the route that I normally go to. But man, did it pay off. So these are Time Life Civil War books. It's almost the whole series. I think I'm missing 2. And they're pretty dirty. You can see down there. I'm gonna have to clean them off a little bit. But I've seen the whole series of these, I think it was the whole series, go for around $100. So I'm pretty close to having the whole series. I think there's 26 here. I think there's 28 in the series. So I've been kind of looking out for books lately. I don't really know a whole lot, but I'm picking up these series of books, trying to learn a little bit, trying to see if I can find some of the ones that do good. The lady at this sale, she had Harry Potter, the big thick Harry Potter books. She had the whole series, but she wanted $100 for it. She knew what it was worth. But so anyway, at that same sale, I got this little robot dinosaur, and I know these do pretty good. This one's not a whole bunch of money. It's about 17 plus shipping. I can't remember what year this is from. It's not really old. Made in China, so. But anyway, those things seem to do pretty good. And they sell pretty regularly. Got a couple of sealed DVDs, which I like to pick up every now and then. These are only 25 cents, so Elvis and John Wayne, which both of these seem like they sell pretty good, and they're, I guess, maybe a little more rare of a movie, or maybe not one of the super popular ones. Got a few inks, which is kind of funny because this ink, the 80 or the 98, 95, actually goes to this, which was probably the home run of the day. This is a HP OfficeJet 100 mobile printer. If you have a chance, look these up. Maybe I'll throw up a comp on the screen. But these are going for 200 plus in new box form. And this one looks like it's still sealed. I asked the guy and he said no, it was his, I guess this was all his dad's stuff, and he said his dad bought it, never used it. It just sat out in the shed. So the box itself is a little bit dirty, and it'll need some cleaning up, but that was definitely the score of the day. Because I paid $45 for everything that you see here. So we're looking at like $100 for the Civil War books, and then probably $200 for the printer. So some good buys. This thing is really cool too. It just kind of caught my attention. I was like, that looks old. So the stickers are not in the greatest shape on it. But the rest of it's in pretty good shape. This marking on the back, if I can get it to made in Japan, and then the rest of it is just Japanese writing. But I believe I had to use Google Lens to figure out what it was. And I believe that it's Getter is the name of the brand. Getter, I believe. Dragon or Dragoon are the two searches for it. They don't come up for sale very often. There's not a whole lot on eBay right now. And this one I think I can easily get 50 for. It's got to be from the 70s or so. I can't remember if any of the listings said what years that it was from. But definitely pretty cool. It can be a little hard to ship, and I had to find the right box for it. The rest of the day was kind of a bust. A lot of sales I went to. The conditions of things were not that great, or they just wanted too much for them. But I did find some HEPA filters. Got 3 of them, $1 a piece. They seem to be going for around 30, sometimes more, free shipping. So not too bad. They're all sealed except for one. One of them looks like maybe it was just a return. The lady told me that they just bought Amazon pallets or something like that. But I might just sell it. I've seen some get sold as like open box without the wrapping on it or whatever, because they're returns. And then these I wasn't sure about. I actually left the garage sale, went back to the truck and looked them up. And I was surprised because I know some of this stuff, I didn't pay $15 for this, by the way. I don't know what that came from. Some of this kind of stuff looked like Amazon type, pallet stuff too. But these actually do pretty good. I saw this Kono Lake, a lot of 3 on eBay went for $39, I believe. And this is the same box and the same, you can see that it's Whirlpool. And then this one is also Whirlpool. And it's the same same model number and everything, but the name of the company is different. So I don't know what's really going on with that. So, but yeah, I might do like a lot of 3 and a lot of 2 or something like that. And then on Sunday, I went to this one estate sale, and I'm glad I did. It started on Sunday, so I thought, well, it'll probably be expensive. But it was actually fairly reasonable for an estate sale. And this guy had a lot of Corvette stuff, a lot of cool Corvette stuff. I bought a few things. They had a lot of it marked up, obviously. But this patch here, I saw one go, and actually only one had sold in the last 3 months, and there's none listed right now. I saw one of those go for $24.99 plus shipping. So I'm not really sure why that's such a good patch. But it is a pretty big one, and it's got the Corvette flags on it, which somebody might put it on a hat or a jacket or something for like their on their Corvette jacket or something like that. So, and then I found these. These weren't even priced. They were in the garage, and they're like, some of these are judging manuals, and then some of them are like parts manuals. So like Corvette Restorer magazines. I've sold some of this kind of stuff before. The one I sold was for a GTO, and I got about $50 for a pretty good lot of them. So we'll see how they do. I know some of this stuff, this is from '88, so there can't be a whole lot of this around anymore. I know it looks like these got sent to people's houses. Some cool photos too that people might want to take out and frame. And Corvette has a good following, so we'll see how those do. And I got a couple of ashtrays, which I just like grabbing ashtrays every once in a while. It seems like I always get watchers on them. I've sold a few, so they don't sell for a whole lot of money, but these were only 50 cents. This one's an Anchor, which Anchor usually does good. I'm not really sure about the clear one. I've got a red one listed right now that seems to be getting a lot of attention. And then I just thought this one was cool. It's like a saw blade or something. So I had a whole bunch of them there. They had Caesar's Palace one there, and like Quality Inn, and just some random ones that weren't really worth all that much. They had a black one that had like the cigarette holder in the middle. And those don't really seem like they're going for a whole lot of money, and they wanted more for those. So then I got some, well, let's see. First, this is really interesting. I really didn't know what this was. Dwell tachometer. And it's got some, I'm not going to take it out of the box. The box is really fragile, but it's got some connectors, like you connect it to your battery. And it measures the RPMs. So it's almost like what an in-dash tack does, I guess. But I guess these are fairly hard to come by. They're going for about $30 on average. So I got that one for $2. And I don't think they actually knew what it was either, because they had a lot of the tools marked up at this sale, but that didn't have a price on it, and I don't think they knew what it was, so I got a pretty good deal on Then I got some vintage Christmas stuff, which I've kind of been watching some of the resellers do pretty good with this stuff. And I know that I've sold some stocking cross stitches before that seem to do really good. So, but these are already done, but they definitely have a cool vintage look to them. And with everything else in the house, I'm pretty sure these are older. Stockings are made out of felt, so pretty cool look to them. Those should do pretty good. And then I was looking at tree skirts, on like vintage tree skirts. I just thought this one had a really cool look to it. It's almost that kind of like airbrush kind of art, and you can see that it's got kind of like the indentions in the material, which is pretty cool, and the skirt around the outside. So I've seen some of these old Christmas skirts go for really crazy money. You should look them up on eBay if you get a chance and just kind of look and see. It's really kind of shocked me what they were going for. So that's about it. I got one more thing to show you, but I gotta go get it. So I knew I was forgetting something whenever I looked at all this laid out. I grabbed this last night and took it in the office to list it because I wanted to get the auction started on it on Sunday night, so I'd have a full week to go through. But yeah, this is a really cool Corvette hat that guy had. Got all the pins on it. So I just listed it for $9.99. Let it run for an entire week, see what happens. So it's pretty cool. It's a vintage hat. It's not like a made in the USA or anything. It's a Taiwan hat. But yeah, so everything at this sale I paid $24.50 for, I believe. So pretty good weekend. $24.50, $45, $3 for the filters. I think $5 for all those. And then $20 for the books. And I think about $8 for both of those, so not too bad. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you next time. Got to get listing. Take it easy.